you look at that, notice how he's looking at this. So I want to take it back just a little bit, and I'm gonna show y'all something right quick. Notice this. This is some deep stuff, and I want y'all to hear me out on this. Michael Jackson show you on Billie Jean. Notice Michael Jackson, he showed you on Billie Jean a telephone booth. And when you understand that, how deep that goes, remember Superman used to have to enter into the phone booth in order to become Superman. Remember Clark Kent used to go in the phone booth. Hint, call upon me. You know, I am the Lord and he shall deliver. You see the telephone booth right there. And I want to show y'all something else to prove my point because it's that deep. Look at this. Warren G regulators. Listen to this because I'm going to show y'all with the Billie Jean.
You regulate any stealing of his property.
You hear that? Regulate any stealing of his property. Now I'm going to show y'all something right quick because I want to really prove my point about that telephone booth. Now look at this right here. This stuff is all in our face. You see the man coming to steal? Hint, Satan coming to steal. Hint, the regulators. You see how they both in the trench coat? You know what I mean? And I want to show y'all something because it's that real. When you see that phone booth right there and how deep this stuff goes, it's all in our face because notice on regulators, look at this. Hint, Warren G. G for masonry. Remember he was on Lewis Street too. Remember that? 21st and Lewis Street. All great blasphemy. I just show y'all about Lewis and what it means. But look at this. You see that that hotel, motel? Look at the phone booth. And the people just walking by it because they don't want to call upon the Lord. They rather live in the motel aspect. Hint, the motel represents the temporary living place. You feel where I'm going with that? Representing nothing but like the earth. How the earth is not eternal, but the soul is. So listen to this right here. This is to prove the point. You hear that? For 40 days, 40 nights, I went on his side. You hear that? And when he's saying Billie Jean, when you understand the name Billy, Billy is short for I am that I am. Hint, William. You know, Billy is short for William. And hint, the Most High says his name is I am that I am. Hint, the will of I am, will of God, Billy, Jean. What he was trying to say is the kid is not my son because all he was practically saying was, you know, the whole thing as it's written in Colossians 1:15, who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature. This is talking about Messiah. You feel what I'm saying? The firstborn, the son of God. So he was trying to say, you know, Billie Jean, you know, but the kid is not my son. He was trying to tell you that, you know, Messiah is not his son. You know, he comes in the whole thing to serve with Messiah. You feel what I'm saying? That's all he was practically saying. That's how real this stuff goes. And remember, I was already talking about it earlier about how about the whole thing about the altar. Remember I said in the midst of the land of Egypt, there is a great altar fixed, you know, for the Messiah to ruleth. So you see Billie Jean, you know, this song, it actually, I think that, what's his name? Quincy Jones, I think something he was saying, it was like basically like inspiring. They were trying to say that Michael Jackson stole it from the friends of Mr. Cairo, something of that nature. But when you understand like Mr. Cairo, hint the whole thing of Egypt, hint Billie Jean, how all of that connects to get back to the altar and ruleth the altar. You know, we will soon see our king. You see how deep this stuff goes? That's all he was saying. You know what I mean?